Hi guys, welcome along to another video. This one's not strictly a computer programming lesson for you. I've decided to do this video to help some of you guys who may be struggling in following the basic programming code that I've done in some of my previous lessons. I got this really neat little freeware program the other day down called Diagram Designer. I'll put the link in the description, and this helps you to create a flowchart, which is what you can do to help you design your program before you actually get down to doing any coding. Now, I'd recommend this if you've not done any programming before, or if your program's complex. I mean, this is the idea of a flowchart. I'll run through this in a moment. When you get to more advanced or more complex programs, you will tend to find that you will do several flowcharts, and one of these boxes, take that as an example, may well then itself have a flowchart coming off of it, so you do another flowchart just for that particular box, and then you find that you join them all up. But we're not going to get that involved, because this is only just for people who are starting out and have had no previous programming experience at all. This one, as you can see, is the temperature converter, and this, if you cast your mind back, goes back to lesson 2. This represents the program that we wrote in lesson 2 of my series. You can find the lesson 2 on the site, or indeed you can see the YouTube here on this channel. And what it basically does is what it says on the top. It's a temperature converter, and we asked the user to enter whether they wanted to convert centigrade to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to centigrade. They had to put in either C or F, and then they had to put in the degrees that they wanted to convert to, and we typed out the conversion ratio. So basically, I'll show you how you would design this. Now, you don't have to use a program like this, of course. You can use a pen and paper, whatever you wish. That's not a problem. But I just thought that this makes it look really nice and easy for you on the screen. As a video, it looks really nice and a lot better than me scanning some pages in and just showing you what I mean. So what we're going to start off with is the program starts off, and it asks you whether you want to convert C to F or F to C. This represents the lines in the program, if you refer back to lesson 2. So the user would type in either a C or an F. So down here is a decision box, and we say, is the answer C to F? In other words, have they entered C in? If it's yes, it goes down there. If it's no, it goes down there. So if it's yes, if they've answered C in, we ask them to input the degrees in C. Then we use the formula to convert C to F. And then, when I can scroll down a little bit more because we're off the screen a little bit, it comes down, it converts the degrees centigrade to Fahrenheit, and then we'll print the answer out, and that's the end of the program. Conversely, again, if they put in an F there, it would come down, it would say, is the answer C to F? So it would be no. And then we would ask the second question, is the answer F to C? Now, we could do it two ways here. We could just assume that it's F to C, or we can do this, which is similar to this bit here is similar to an error trap. Okay, so what we're saying there, we've asked if it's C already, and it's no because it's here. It couldn't be here. If it was yes, it would go down there. So we're asking, is it F? And if it's not F, then it's not F or C. So we tell the user to enter the correct data, i.e. enter an F or a C, and we go back and ask again and go through the same process again. If the answer is F, so it's yes, then we input the degrees in Fahrenheit. We use the formula to convert Fahrenheit to centigrade, and then, when I just scroll down a little bit more, and then we print the answer, and in both cases that's the end of the program. So as you can see, that may be a little bit easier for you to understand as a graphical representation rather than just a bunch of code which we've got, as I say, in lesson 2. Another one, if you cast your minds way back to lesson 2. Sorry, that was lesson 7. No, that was lesson 2. Lesson 17, sorry, is this one. Lesson 17 is lottery numbers. It's me getting mixed up, and I haven't even had a drink yet. Can you believe that? Never mind. Okay, lesson 17, lottery numbers, which is a more recent program that we created. Again, the listing of the program is on the site. I think I have actually, just bear with me. Yeah, there's a listing of the code there. That's the actual program there. I'll refer to that as I'm doing these boxes and show you what exactly I mean. This is the graphical representation of that code. So first of all, we're selecting a random number between 1 and 49, because that's what the UK lottery numbers are based on, 1 to 49. Obviously it would change depending on your country. And then when it's picked a random number, we're asking, has the number been picked before? If it has, then we go back and pick another one, because we can't have two numbers the same. We can't have 1 and 1, for instance, or 12 and 12, or whatever it may be. So assuming it hasn't been picked before, then we ask another question: have 6 numbers been picked? So if we've only picked one number, no, we haven't picked 6 numbers. It goes back and picks another number, and so on and so forth, until we've reached 6 numbers and none of them have been picked before. Then it prints the numbers out. Now we can see this in the program. Basically, I mean, this is just your dim statements. There's the for a equals 1 to 6 is just to store 6 numbers. It's run through the loop 6 times, which is what we want, 6 numbers. There's your random number generating between 1 and 49. These are just asking if it's been used before, if the flag position n, which is your random number, is 1, and remember we're setting it as 1 down here to let us know that it's been picked before. If not, then we're storing it in our output, which we've called S here, array S, in position 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6, so we know there's 6 numbers. A goes 1 to 6, so it's S1 on the first run, S2 on the second run, S3 on the third run, so on and so forth. And they're all equal to the random number that we've picked. And then at the end of that loop, we print out your lottery numbers are, and then we run through again another loop 1 to 6 to print out the 6 values in S. And that's basically what we're doing here, except we've truncated it a little bit and we've put it a little bit more of an overview. But that's the graphical representation of that program. As I say, you don't have to use a flowchart, but if you're struggling a little bit with understanding the code and you want to make things, you want to check things out and check the logic of what you're writing as a code, especially as a beginner, then I would certainly recommend using a flowchart. You don't have to use a program on the computer like I've done. It does take a little bit of time to create these flowcharts on the computer. It's far quicker to do it by pen. But what I will do, as I say, I will give you the link to get this software if you want it. It is freeware. You can just download it and use it. And it does come up with a neat little diagram, as you can see there. Okay, well, I think that's about it for now, guys. If you like my videos, please subscribe to our channel and rate and favourite them. If you haven't already visited our site, then please do so. Again, I'll put the link in the description for that too. We've got not just these programming tutorials on there. We've got help and tutorials on all sorts of subjects, thousands and thousands of subjects. We've got lots of fun things to do, and I'm sure you'll enjoy yourselves. Please pop along and visit us, and we wish you all the best, and bye for now. Thank you very much.